Hello. Welcome to Care and Comfort Studios. I am Big Dad, and this is the finale of our Victorian Mage actual play, Cypress and Steel. Thank you for joining us for our fourth episode. Players, would you like to introduce yourselves? Let's start with Henrei, which is the character's name.
Of course, start with me. I'm Joe, better known as DJ Toreador, Nolifinger on Twitter. I am playing Henrei Godot, the resident voodoo asshole of Cypress and Steel.
Rosie.
Hello, I'm Rosie, and I will be playing Dr. Delaney Moss, progenitor and technocrat, here to see what she can do in Cyprus Hollow. And last we saw her, she was crippled and down a leg.
We don't say that word anymore, but yes.
She was down a leg.
The turn of the century was. All right, and let's go next to Nick.
Hi everyone, I'm Nick Francia at Nobleman Nick. I'm going to be playing Dr. Klaus Richter, a technocrat, light keeper, also an alienist. Kind of an outdated job title nowadays, but back then it was cool.
And last but not least,
I'm Zachary Vaudo, playing Zepihrin, the Verbana, who is currently up a leg. It happens to be Dr. Delaney Moss's leg, and just hanging on in the midst of all of this crazy science stuff that we got going on here.
okay. Now, players, what was the last thing you remember happening?
Boom.
Just boom.
Well,
I
Chef,
believe there was a flash of light.
there
like,
was a flash of light.
More than a flash, I suppose.
And I shot our misfit asshole in the asshole.
There was a big column of light from the sky. Everything kind of went fuzzy. I think we got everybody pulled away from it, though, except for the big old gator, not the little gator. And then everything kind of went white.
The wrath of Helios itself came down to smite the traitor to its cause. So, someone raise your hand. Dr. Richter, you open your eyes and all you see is blue. And then a bird flies overhead. You're on your back, staring up at the sky.
Christ almighty. How did I get here?
You are on the riverbank, deep in the swamp. The air is thick and somewhat acidic.
So just to clarify, I'm not in the cave anymore.
Looking around, the sky is above you. There are no walls. There's mud. You see the other three. And a leg. And Louis.
What?
Louis seems to be jamming his nose against Henrei. Like trying to wake him up.
I struggled to get up. Are my legs jelly or?
Oh, they're very, very jelly.
And I begin to crawl my way over to Dr. Moss.
Okay. She is missing a leg. Luckily, it seems Zepihrin has it.
Zephyrin awake.
Delaney. And I kind of like.
You can be waking up now, yeah?
I start like shaking. I like grab a hold of her like by the shoulder and like shake her as much as I can. Like, I don't really have a lot of strength, I'm guessing right now, but.
Ow.
No. Are you alive?
Yeah, can we turn off the light?
No, unfortunately not.
Think I got something of yours. I'll just hold it up from where I'm sitting.
The Baron
Oh.
saved Storyteller.
What?
Remember, I sacrificed for the Baron to.
Yes, I recall.
Yeah, okay. So, am I still getting poked by Louis?
Oh, yeah, you wake up to this, that face that greets you so many mornings.
now, Chef, Mr. Kraut. Like I told you, when we get back to my place, I can help you with your pecker problem. But right now, on top of me, it's not the best. Oh, Louis. Oh, oh, shit.
Your secret fantasies of me will have to wait, I'm afraid. We are still alive in this realm.
Shit. Well,
Hmm.
so, Mr. Doctor, whatever your name is, Chef, did you have fun playing with your fucking gun?
It seems like it worked. Zephyrin, are you still alive?
Mm, mm, that's what the pulse in my body tells me. I'm just gonna like slide my way over towards Moss. And go, give me a stump.
Yeah, she'll extend the stump of her leg.
I'll just
Uh,
jam the leg, like the leg against the stump, and I'm gonna using a using life 3 with like that spark of life edge that I have. It's gonna quick quick heal it. It's gonna be hard as hell to walk on, but it will at least like reattach and start doing the healing
Yeah.
process.
as long as you put it on the right way, I'll be fine.
No which way points up.
So difficulty, let's say 6 or 7 because it's vulgar.
All right.
Do you need this?
Storyteller.
Yes.
2.
Would I be able to assist Zephyrin and using my time magic speed up the healing process of naturally of the leg that he said when he reattaches it?
Yeah. Give me a. Yeah. Difficulty is going to be 7 on that. What are you using to alter time? What is your instrument?
So I take out my I assume smash pocket watch at this point, just through the damages, but it still ticks and works.
It ticks and works, and you see actually the numbers on the face elevate and flip up to you and begin spiraling around. Nobody else sees this, and anyone look at and Henri, if you are close enough, you can clearly tell that pocket watch is broken and not making any sounds.
Well, Chef, looks like your fancy watch is not going to be telling any more time.
It'll be around twice a day, yeah.
That is true now.
And
Oh,
for anybody who looks behind Zephyrin from where he slid over, there is just a straight line streak of wildflowers and wild grass and moss just from exactly where he was laying down all the way to where he is right now reattaching Dr. Moss's legs.
Did they make a bed underneath of you where you were laying, or they grow around you like a chalk outline?
There was like a bed where I laid, and then there's just a path from like where I was dragging myself over from the paradox backlash.
look at that, Justin.
What, Nick?
3 successes.
3 successes. You start grabbing these numbers and moving them around, and then flinging them at the leg, and it feels a bit more than like a bad sprain. You probably shouldn't put too much weight on it, but you'll be able to get yourself back to town, Doctor.
How does that look? Traditionals working with like the Technocrats, like, because that's got to be that's a first, I would assume, right?
What do you mean?
I think this is the first time that, like, to me, how does Zephyrn's magic look? Does it look any different? Like,
Because Zephyrin is healing my leg, and Nick is using his or Dr. Richter is using his time magic to attempt to speed it. So how does that look?
Yeah, intersection of magic.
That's up to the
science.
players to me. The way your effects manifest is kind of up to your purview.
if it would be okay with Zephyrin, I feel like maybe because we're intersecting our magic, we both understand each other's the way it works maybe a little bit more. Maybe
And I
like we
can
almost-
see it, right?
What? What, Joe?
I can see this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, like I'm like the way that I'm doing it is it's very prime based. So there's nothing like it looks like shamanism, like
Yeah.
medicine man stuff. going on. You know, picking up dirt and whatnot from the ground from my pockets, rubbing it onto there, and yeah, it doesn't look like science.
Yeah.
It's very vulgar.
And I feel like as you're looking, you can maybe see the hints of the numbers going across and like binary and code of almost certainly as like the clock I begin winding it back as I pick out the numbers.
Probably don't recognize it as code and binary, but I see
You see
things
numbers.
I see things moving faster than they're supposed to be.
Yeah. Interesting.
And Dr. Moss is just looking up at the sky and trying to kind of ignore that this shouldn't be working. And
And-
assuming that whatever is happening is something that Dr. Richter is doing.
Dr. Richter, looking at the leg, watching the scar tissue heal quickly, looking at it, you notice it seems like little hands are popping out and just pulling it and just smoothing over the line. But only Dr. Richter sees this.
See.
Louis, go over there and help the doctor lady. And I want Louis to kind of go over there and kind of put his tail as like a pillow for the doctor. While he gets up and
Victor will look at Zephyrin.
Louis is surprisingly gentle.
He'll also pet Louis if he can, because he's been wanting to do that since session one. But
you
he'll
want to pet him.
Yeah, I'll pet him.
Okay.
Just looking at Zephyrin, and he'll just mutter, "Same destination, different routes, I suppose."
We all get there how we get there. It's a matter of being in touch with the flow of things.
Well, Dr. Richter, are you more interested in Zephyrin?
I'm more interested in keeping us all alive.
Well, you almost didn't succeed with that.
Oh, that if he hadn't done it, we probably would have been gave the food. So it was like he said, a different path to the same destination of being alive. But we made it here. Just took a bit of a bumpier ride.
Oh, Dr. Moss raises her hand, so up towards the sky that she's looking at. Did anyone grab that circlet? That
Yeah. And I'll literally like just like take it from like my back waistband. And go, yeah, I pulled it off of the guy when I gave him a sense of the labor pains. And I'm gonna hang it from the antler really quick
It's
as
a
I
nice
continue to
thing
work.
of copper and tungsten. You can easily scratch some of the mud and lichen off of it.
Yeah, I'm just hanging it. I'm showing it to her and then hanging it from the antler as I continue to work because it's gonna take a bit.
I would like to see it, regardless of what he said. It does remind me a bit of, in theory, the work that I'm aware of someone else doing.
Where'd that?
My mentor, actually, Dr. Lawrence Flitz, has some interesting theories lately concerning the ability of the mind to force itself upon the physicality and will of the world.
And they did.
Through.
I'm
And he
gonna-
happens to be in the area at this time, or
Oh,
last time we were awake, I suppose.
So you think this might be his design? I'll just rattle it on the antler.
I don't know, but I would like to look at it.
I'll just lean over her, like, so like the ringlet is like more down towards her face because I need both my hands for what I'm doing.
Yeah, she'll pluck it off.
Storyteller.
Yes.
What is the current scene besides the other members of the cabal? Like the climate, trees, all of that.
Yeah, this is just the local environment. You are basically where you met up with them outside of the lair,
Mm-hmm.
but on the other side of the river.
Does it look different in any way? Or-
There's a large crater some distance away.
Okay.
There is this faint smell of acrid smoke in the air. Breathing kind of burns your throat and nose a little bit.
Oh shit.
The water is slightly tinted orange.
Oh shit! What the fuck is that in the water, yeah?
Well, what?
And he's gonna like point, like, look at that shit right there.
Hmm.
I ain't never seen a water look like this, huh? What that over there?
That runoff from the explosion? Or?
He's gonna look at the doctor. It is part you're doing.
No, that is. And I look at the detonator. Not the detonator. The what is that? Like the targeter, the targeting thing in my hand. Does it seem like? How's it look right now?
It looks different. Like all of a sudden it's made of meat and bone in your hand. It's wriggling. Everyone else, it looks perfectly fine if you're looking over. Like it was before.
Are there any spirits?
You can give me your Arete difficulty 4.
Difficulty 4.
Unfortunately, that was a parting gift from a person I long once left. I don't think I have another one of those in me, to be perfectly honest. And
2.
if I were, I think it's weighing on my mentalness a bit.
Truth be told, I'm kind of comfortable with you not having another one of those in you. That was a hell of an ordeal, personally. And I'll take my hands off of Moss's leg at this point because I think I'm about done.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, yeah. Put some weight on it slowly and see how that could work for you.
Louis can help you, doctor. He'll stand right up with you if you need.
You
You lay
see,
on belly.
Henri, you see, I don't want to say pollution spirit, but to steal from Shadowrun, but like a foul miasmic. It's not quite a bane spirit, but it's between like it's something that really shouldn't be here, and it's really living it up in the water, doing the backstroke.
Is it it's sentient?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna like whistle in that direction. And you boy. Yeah, I can see you.
Oh, you're doing your thing, all right.
Why are you here?
Why not? It's great. This is where I love to be.
Who are you?
And he gives some sort of multi-syllable, many apostrophed name that I cannot pronounce.
Okay.
You get like, I don't know, Miguel out of it.
Okay.
Out of the syllable, that one stands out.
Miguel. That's what we're gonna call you now for all intents and purposes. Now, Sheriff, this may be your thing, but why was this thing brought to what drew you here?
He's gesturing at the water. This is my stuff. I love it here. Like, this is a perfect environment for me.
Okay.
He's like giving you like a "what are you dumb" look. Like if you could see me, you know what I am.
Fine. All right. Zephyr. There is an entity out here in this water now, and seems not right now to be a right peckerwood pissing with me.
And he just gives you the finger.
What the fuck you doing, man?
Yeah,
Look,
they didn't do that though, right?
what? Give me the old 1-1, huh? He's gonna just turn around and shout out. You keep fucking with me, boy, and I'll blast you away.
What the problem with him?
And he does the butterfly stroke away. Excellent form, surprisingly, for a guy for a creature, thing, entity, who seems to be mostly melted.
Is there a way I can spirit set that on fire?
Yes.
Okay.
Would you like to try?
Yes, I would.
It'll be a difficulty 6 enlighten an arete test.
Okay.
If you have quintessence to spend, you can reduce that by 1 per quintessence, and you can spend a willpower to increase to get the automatic success.
I think I would like to do that. Oh shit.
So I believe you had like some sort of spirit bullet.
I do. I do. So I'm gonna spend a willpower. So my success. Arete. You said 6.
Yep. Or 5 if you spent the enlightenment.
Right, so that. 3. So well, 4 with the success.
4, that's a lot. So you pull out your gun. Give me a firearms and dexterity roll.
You bet. Arms. 2, dexterity.
4 successes is really good though.
3.
3, yeah, that's gonna hit. Let me just get the damage here.
I don't know about you, but my
hit that.
body isn't feeling the best right now.
No.
So you blow off one of this creature's arms. It's gonna survive and get away, but it's gonna remember not to cross paths with you in the future.
Mm-hmm. Don't take kindly to rudeness now. All right.
Actually, Dr. Richard, you feel pretty good. Especially after casting that time effect.
But things are looking differently for me now, though.
Yes.
Very different. Dr. Moss, I might need a checkup when we get back.
She pulls herself up, still holding the circlet, and uses Louis to help her get up. Says, I can oblige once we get back to town. Hopefully it's not far.
Yeah, you go. Hang on just a second. I'm gonna stick my fingers into the ground and I'm gonna see if I can work the paradox backlash that I have along with my life sphere, and just like start to grow like a tree, but like snap it like at walking stick height.
You can just grab a stick.
I don't feel like getting up, so I'm just gonna do this.
All right.
Let's look cool.
Give me a difficulty 5. Because you have that merit flaw.
Merit and paradox backlash. So a little bit of both. Also 4 successes.
Yeah, you grow a perfect walking stick.
Yeah, let's go. Hey, a good second. Just
Oh,
You got like a crook.
yep.
show off.
So what will you two do? I mean, you're not under no obligations to come back to the village with us.
We gotta go back to the village. We gotta check on the people. There are people.
And check on the baby. Remember that, the baby. You're more than welcome to get
Dr.
on
Moss
the
is a little torn as to whether to look at the water first or the circlet, since she's holding the circlet. Let's do that. Does it look like anything Flitz had mentioned in his notes or
The circlet.
discussed with her? Was that?
The circlet.
Yes.
Yeah, this is exactly one of his pieces of technology. It even has his like stamp on it.
Storyteller.
Bastard signed it.
That what you're looking for?
Yes, Joe. You had a question?
Can I gather some of that orange water?
Of course.
All right.
So that what you're looking for then? Your crown?
Well, I know who made this. So maybe we should go talk to them.
You said they're in town?
They weren't far.
Remember the name of the church he was at?
I think it was the Church of the Parabolic Angel?
That you recognize that church. It's kind of like the last 6 months has popped up in town.
We can go give him a visit. Might behoove us to figure out why he let this slip out of his fingers into the hands of somebody so diabolical.
Oh, to be honest, he and I have grown apart lately. I can see him treating this as an experiment. What better way to see how your technology works than to test it on a grand scale?
We're not gonna get along then when we meet.
It seems like it is the fate of every protege to part ways from their teacher eventually. We are more
want to
alike
kill
than
him?
he thought.
You want to kill him, Doctor?
Oh no, he simply requires re-education.
I'm more than happy to allow Louis to re-educate him.
Do not worry about that. That is my job.
Yes.
And
Dr. Richter is very
Dr.
skilled in
Moss,
this area.
with the thought of Room 101, a shiver just goes down your spine.
You sure about that, Doctor? Louis would love a nice snack, if you allow it.
Well, maybe schooling don't take too well. Then we can try them other ways.
Now you
No.
should not. You shouldn't waste perfectly good clay. You just need to reshape it.
Food ain't never a waste.
Very true.
All right. After having done that, she's going to go look at the water and do the same test that she did initially when they approached the factory. Does it look
Okay,
worse? Are
so
there
it's been
more
like
chemicals?
3 weeks since that. Can you remind me of that test?
Oh, it's essentially a basic litmus paper type
Okay.
test. You put the paper in the water, color changes,
Is
gives
this
you
in
an
effect?
idea of what's in it.
Are
Sorry?
you using enlightenment, or is this
Yes.
okay? This is just a 1 dot, so difficulty 4.
3 successes.
3 successes. Okay, what are you testing for? Like chemical composition?
Yes.
There are a shit ton of heavy metals in here.
Well, it looks like
Looking
the
at
leak
it,
factory's
looking at the
gotten
bank
worse.
and the flora around it, it's been leaching into a lot of stuff here.
Faster than it really should have.
I mean, you're upriver of the factory.
Upriver.
So we're closer to the factory than we were?
The water does not flow this way from the factory.
So the water here has a lot of heavy metal in it. My first assumption would be that the leak at the factory somehow got worse, but I believe the factory is that way. And not up the river. So I'm not sure how this water became so polluted.
And Storyteller, you said like nothing looked different with the landscape or anything. Nothing looks out of place or weird.
I mean, other than the big crater, which you guess is from whatever the big sun laser did. Nothing at this point, other than the colors, the withered plants. Like this area has kind of been poisoned. Spiritually, the place is cleaner than it was before. So,
Okay. All right.
know of radiation? Is radiation a thing yet?
You're a technocrat, so you can say it is.
Yeah.
Marie Curie probably. Let me Google Marie Curie real fast.
Because I wonder if like if
Yes.
maybe if one of us
Yes,
would know.
it is.
Okay, one of us would know. Like, does this look like the effect of radiation?
No.
Dr. Moss might recognize that on a living thing, but
Plants are living things, but no, this
Sure.
is more poison than radiation poisoning.
Hmm. I'll get up and walk over to look at the river too, and just leave like footsteps of
Mhm.
of wild flora behind me
The
all the way over.
flora you're starting to notice the closer you get to the water is less vibrant, less healthy,
Mm.
as if the soil itself is going sour.
Mm.
My weapon can do something, but not like this.
Zephyr,
This is
Mm.
different.
Shell, looks like your plants are wilting.
I see that, which means that whatever in this water here is spreading.
Well, we need to get the fuck out of here.
Tell me, Doctor, you how experienced are you in the purification of tainted waters?
it's a chemical process. It's fairly simple. Doing that on a large scale can take more equipment than I have on me.
Maybe just another head attached to the process.
Or
Which-
a third.
I sure hate to leave things the way they are before we walk off.
I'm very worried about the people that were there.
And I'm very worried about them drinking this water.
That's true.
And the animals. It's not good for the spirit folk either, even though it's rather clean here now.
So, and I'll reach my hand out to you want to try your scientific method on this, what'd you say?
Zephyr, are you sure you want to do that with her, huh?
She like me. Different thought, but she know life when she feel it.
I thought Dr. Kraut was it. Never mind.
No,
Same
he,
destination, different route. Tell it goes.
She's gonna kind of look at you confused and reach into her bag to pull out a selection of chemicals that she will use and mix to essentially purify the water in the area. She'll put into the water and it will start the process.
And,
Okay,
like,
you're gonna need a fair number of successes to do that.
yeah,
Yes.
but this is ritual casting because I'm helping her, and like as she's mixing, I'm literally pulling stuff out of my pouch and I'm mixing it in disregarding any objections to like mixing in like the different dirts and liquids that I've gotten.
Well, I figure whatever he's putting into it isn't going to affect it too much. It just looks like dirt.
I mean,
So she's
I
going
would
to
say
let him do whatever he wants.
because you're crossing paradigms that are so drastically different. Increase the difficulty
It's
by one.
always nice to see you get your hands in the dirt, Zephyr. It does my heart proud, and the spirits too.
This will be difficulty 7.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Again,
burn
you
a
can spend
willpower.
willpower and
Yeah.
quintessence.
I'm burning a willpower. Actually, no, I will burn a quintessence as well. I've got
It's a
additional
finale.
now
Why
things.
not?
Yeah, I've got additional
Yeah.
now thanks to things.
I will also burn a quintessence. Please remind me.
Your difficulty's now 6.
Cool.
I burned one too. Does that make mine 6 or does that
Yep.
make the whole thing 5?
You have separate tests, so
Okay. Like I said, we're doing ritual casting to try to actually make it tangential.
Yeah, so
I've
I'll be
never
doing
done
an
that
ex-
before.
I'll be doing extended test.
Mhm.
So yeah, let me
since
know when you want the backlash.
I currently have 3 successes.
2 successes.
I'm just gonna ask you: are you satisfied with 5 successes?
No.
How does the water look?
Water looks orange as hell.
Then no.
Yeah, we keep going.
Only reason I'm gonna go up to Dr. Rickman,
Right
just
there.
kind of like stand, one hand on the hip and kind of like size him up.
4 more.
3.
Okay. Are you satisfied with 12 successes?
How does the water
Yes.
look?
How do you do that thing with the gator? How do you make it a
Well,
pet?
I would say you're
Well,
building up the energy here
Louis
or
here is
sending it
not
out.
really
12 is outlandish feat, which is the second highest. Are you satisfied with the equivalent of blowing up a building?
How does the water look?
It's gonna look great as soon as you release the effects.
Okay. Then I'm fine with it.
So the
well,
effect, you're gonna be vulgar.
That's fine. Like
But
I'm
y'all,
already
y'all
suffering
just
that.
gonna take bashing damage.
Dr. Rick,
So
Louis here is not a pet. He's a friend. And
soak 3 bashing,
you're more than welcome to pet him.
both of you.
How much bashing?
3.
3. That's it's gonna heal like immediately. That's fine.
Jesus.
The water
Yeah, I'll pop a pill to help
ripples
myself with that.
outwards and begins to turn back to that greenish, brackish color that it's supposed to be. Like you can see in my picture here.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That's much better.
Now, Dr. Richter, in these ripples, certain points they stop being ripples and end up being different little, almost tributaries, streams of their own. And you see for a second the different possibilities that could take place. And they're beautiful. And some of them, you're changing the world on your own.
Woo, Chef.
Hmm.
Welcome back.
I think I am. I look at my pocket watch again. How does it look to me?
Have you opened it?
Yeah, I'm opening it now.
It's beautiful. It's glowing. It's somehow tracking theoretical time.
Have I just removed myself from the time stream or something? Like I don't understand.
And there's a voice in your head that just says, "You're going further than any chrononaut has gone before. You're a pioneer. They'll tell stories about you. And the way they tell stories about Euclidean or Pythagoras, why not go further?"
And I think
Chef.
hearing the story of like why not go further, or they'll tell stories about you. He kind of just like looks and. Do I feel like tempted? Like, is there a compulsion to cast time magic, or
It's up to you.
I feel like there probably is. And he's just like struggling to close the pocket watch, and kind of almost like an addict putting down like something they really want to take. It just like stuffs into his pocket. We need to get back quick.
I just look over at Dr. Moscow. Well done there. That'll do nicely.
Thank you for your dirt.
Thank you for your potion.
Henri's gonna like take his hands and kind of like do this to Dr. Rickman. Chef.
I'm awake. We need to move. Perfectly fine.
Yep,
My-
water
my-
fine.
Your pecker problem's gotten worse. All right. You mind if I take a little bit of, help with your problem?
What do you mean?
And Henri's just gonna like take his fingers and kind of rake through your hair, and whatever gets caught in the webbing, he'll just like and put it in a little jar and put it in his pocket. Now help me with your problem. Now, whoa, shit, this water's cleaner than anything I've seen in the soup pot. Let's roll. Y'all want to ride?
Good enough to drink. Let's do.
I didn't say all of that.
Hmm.
You don't know what type of serious shit in this water.
Hmm.
But you're more than
Wait.
welcome to ride on Louis.
You wouldn't drink the water. Yeah, you'd use it to make soup.
Gotta boil it.
This is a swamp, chef.
You got me.
All right. Well,
You'll see Louis
You
kind
two
of
know this better than we do. Why don't you lead on?
We're going to that church. Let's go to that church then.
Heading back, you get about a quarter of a mile
Hmm.
towards town when you come across a wooden fence,
Wooden fence.
and you are on the inside of the fence.
Fence that obviously is not used to seeing.
Definitely new to you, but it looks pretty weathered in this area.
Just gonna tap on it.
Fence, wooden fence.
Hmm.
Oh no, we must be trespassing. Let's see if we can find a gate.
Trespassing, nothing. Ain't nothing out here.
Well, there's a fence. Clearly, there's a division of some sort, but
There
we
won't
should
be
be
a
able to
fence
find
at
a way
all.
through.
Lower charge through that fence.
Lily just smashes it down.
Oh, wanton property damage. Delightful.
You don't care.
Really don't.
Your leg just got reattached. You don't get shit.
Mm-hmm.
She does look a little bit weird right now because she's missing a pant leg.
Yeah. No, I
And
can
there's
stand leg
probably
on.
still-
Your knee is showing.
She doesn't really care too much, but anyone else that sees them might.
Now that you said that, Henri's gonna make a comment. Well, Sheriff, Doctor. Now I know you are of the feminine side, but you might want to be careful about exposing yourself like that around the townsfolk.
The lady just lost her leg and got it stuck back on. Ain't a whole lot of options we got going for this.
Oh, I'm sorry, Henri. I thought you were talking to Dr. Richter. I'm not terribly worried.
Dr.
If anyone
Richter is giving
asks,
her
I
one.
tripped and had a fit of hysterics or something like that. It'll be fine.
Doctor just was like giving everyone a mile stare, just like ahead, like.
Oh. I like
I-
her. Come on.
I'm not
Doctor,
worried
do
about
you
that.
have any spare clothes on you?
She probably does. She gets dirty frequently. She'll reach into her bag and pull out a pair of pants.
All right, roll me your dice for that bag.
Yes, sir. And I have written down now how many dice it is.
If you need shit, I have clothes back in my house. Just in case.
What is the difficulty?
It will be 6.
4 successes.
You pull out an entire fresh outfit for yourself.
Oh, lovely.
Oh,
And,
she well prepared.
Oh, well.
You
And,
watched her
she'll
pull a
step
sword out
behind
of
it.
that bag before.
Dr. Rickman,
Richter. Yes.
Sugar, Jeff, you all right, darling? You've been spacing out like you're on some of the best shit I could ever give to Papa Legba. So, what's going on in your mind?
How does this wooden fence look to me, Ben?
Looks like a wooden fence. Are you on the other side of it now?
Yeah.
Except for Dr. Moss, I imagine, is changing behind one side.
Every 50 yards or so, you see these things posted, these little pieces of paper, posted, no trespassing, property of Pentex Corporation.
I'll just pull one down. What is?
They were. That was the incorporation that ran the refinery, correct?
No, that was
No.
premium oil.
Okay, so like completely different.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
You know what it is?
Pentex Corporation. That's nothing that exists here.
I mean, as far as I'm aware, it's not a part of the union.
Okay, so someone just went around putting up fences and papers.
No, you don't understand. Dr. Moss, they briefed us on every organization we came down here. I never heard of anything
Yes.
called
Yeah.
Pentex.
Yeah, your supervisor never mentioned Pentex. Premium oil.
We were given a dossier of
she said.
the. We're given a dossier, and Pentex was not mentioned. Another couple companies, but not this.
So
Well,
there's more of y'all coming down here, disrupting everything.
As I said, we were looking into the factory.
Mm.
Could I make some sort of check to maybe think off the top of my head what Pentex might be? What
You
business they would
can,
be?
but you have no. You're not going to be able to pass it. You have no idea.
Well, forward.
well, yeah. I don't know who this is. You don't know who this is. They don't own this land as far as I know. So we're gonna keep going.
There's literally no way for you to know this. So
How would it be?
Come on, Shell, let's go.
Mhm.
Don't roll a little pea brain.
Something is not right.
going back to town, another walking along the banks, another half mile. The water begins to turn orange again, and you spy a factory dumping waste into the water. A factory that was not there before.
Oh,
What in the hell is that?
that's
That-
new.
That don't belong there.
And how did it get here?
You sure you folks don't know nothing about this?
I assure you, it's operating quite against my recommendation, and I am not sure how it got there.
Y'all just keep coming here, bringing all this shit down into this where. Oh.
Well, perhaps this was owned by Pentax, but
Whoever they may be.
Whoever that is.
There is a sign on it that says the Harkness Copper Smelter. Looks like they process metal here,
What they doing?
and definitely not a part of your briefing.
How did they miss this? This is
Doctor. Oh, what year is it? Does anyone?
What you mean? What year is it?
It's the year that it is, Shell.
No. There was the time dilation in the factory, and as we moved farther into the bayou.
Tom, what now?
time dilation. She's
La-
meaning that we jump forward. Time moved faster when we were in there.
I'm nervous about that. That could explain why there's now two names that were not in our briefing, and our organization is generally very well informed.
Wait a minute, Shell. So y'all, whatever mumbo jumbo y'all talking about, I don't know what that is. So you're saying this is somehow your fault?
No, it
No.
is the fault of the individual that was moving time forward. We did not do this. The gator man and the fellow you shot in the ass.
Oh yeah, I rather enjoyed that. Though. It was
Now
fun.
hang on. He said that we were reliving the same moment over and over again.
Yes.
But that's
If
not
you
moving
recall,
forward.
he was saying about harnessing or harvesting the suffering that you were experiencing.
Yeah, but that's not moving forward. That's a cycle. That's a circle.
It is a cycle.
Is it possible that when I used... Is it possible we supercharged the time dilation when we used the cannon?
This is not my field of expertise.
All conjecture.
It is simply something we should consider.
But how far must we have jumped forth in time for there to be an entire factory built? These
Are
things
there
do not-
people around or anything like that?
There's people across, probably working at the factory.
Great.
Are you going to wade across the water?
No.
Not without the same level of purification, because I ain't touching that shit.
Is there a way to cross the river without touching it, like knock a tree over?
You could knock a tree over. You could freeze the water. A matter mage could create a stone path. Um,
Or I can use Louis.
Is there a bridge?
I can make
no,
one.
there is not a bridge.
I can make one, and just because I'm already like dealing with the shit I'm dealing with, I'm going to. Is there where's the nearest tree? Like
There,
distance wise from the
That's why I was
water.
like, if you want, I can make Louis.
wherever you're in the bayou, it's everywhere.
All right, then just,
Looking around though, there are a number of downed trees that have been sawn through, as if to make the waterway clear of like the debris.
I was gonna make a tree grow a bit further, but we can take that route, I suppose. You want to build a bridge, or
Or you could keep walking.
I say we walk. There's no reason to alarm any of the locals.
Fine. If that's what you want to take it.
I mean, I'm personally quite a good deal alarmed, but that's just me.
I'm also of the concerned mind myself, Shell, but I don't know what much else to do. All this shit all over here.
All right,
Interesting.
so we walk and hopefully find a crossing of some sort.
And before you find a crossing, you pass by 2 more factories.
2 more.
2 more. Each one dumping into the water. Each one seems to be refining and creating material harvested from the earth. One is a lumber mill. The other one is another petroleum plant. It says Pentex on it. Premium oil. But your next crossing is actually, you get to town before that. Or at least the edge of town. A bigger town than you remember. One with paved roads. And
They
a
must
thick
have got people.
smog hanging over it.
This looks more like home than I remember.
And this
Don't
looks
look
nothing
good.
like home than I
It,
remember.
it
What?
don't look shit like my home.
What did they do here?
There's people walking around. There are a number of new houses. New houses.
Wait,
You walk by the schoolhouse on the way in. You hear English coming from inside.
I go to grab one of the citizens or civilians.
So as you're looking at
Mhm.
a citizen, you see a young woman walking with a small girl, maybe about 6 years old. The woman looks very familiar to at least 3 of you. Looks like Odette.
I'm gonna follow behind as I walk, as I recognize. I'll approach her.
People are giving the man with an antler and the man with a gator a weird look.
Until they look away from me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you're following her.
Huh?
The town's built up. There's a number of shacks, seem to be made out of like corrugated metal scraps.
I imagine at this point, since we're walking on pavement, it's turned into dandelions just poking up through the cracks on the pavement because I'm still paradoxing.
You're just causing a weed problem.
Yep.
That's what you-
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
There's a
she
couple
hasn't turned
cars
around
going
yet.
around town.
Zephyrin.
Hmm.
Shell.
Hmm.
That can't be who I think it is.
One way to find out, yeah.
Well, they didn't waste too much time after we were gone, now did they?
Oh,
Excuse me.
that.
And we'll both call out for her, yeah.
The woman turns around, looks at you with confusion. I'm sorry, who are you?
Oh, that. Shell. Henri.
Your name
You know-
Odette, yeah?
No, that's my mother's name.
Mother.
I'm
Your mother.
I'm Flora. Flora.
The flower.
Well,
What a pretty
Flora, you are the spitting image of your mother, if I may say.
Mm-hmm.
now
That
also quite agree.
you know my mother? She's never mentioned knowing anyone like you.
Friends from a long time ago.
Yeah.
My name is Zepihrin. This one here is Henri. We knew
What's
her.
wrong?
We knew her for a while ago, but
Miss, Miss, if I may, sorry to interrupt. What, how old are you?
I'm 16.
Nothing. What a thing to ask a woman.
16 years.
Uh, Flora.
Dr. Richter, if you'd like to use a time effect to figure out how much time has passed, you may.
Flora.
It would be difficulty 4.
But I look at my pocket watch and it's still like wigging out though, right?
It's wigging out, yes. But as you proved earlier, it still works.
Yeah, I guess I will attempt to. I
Okay.
guess it's like as long as I don't cross the threshold of vulgarity, it might be fine.
This is very not vulgar, so.
The difficulty 4?
Yep.
while I'm doing that,
Flora.
I'm just talking like, forgive me. Like I said, it's been some time since we've seen your mother, so I see you around here. I'm here thinking that seeing an old friend, but
Oh no.
surprise, surprise.
Dr. Richter, it has been 16 years, 2 months, and 19 days.
And like as that information's flowing to me, I just like say it out loud. 16 years, 2 months, 19 days.
I'm just
Now,
And you
holding.
say the date, and she goes, "That's my birthday. That's when I was born."
Well, then I'm just holding it together
How do you know that?
because that's the last time I saw your mother.
yeah.
I think I have to go now.
Well,
Yeah.
you.
have to excuse me. I have to get medicine for my father.
Well,
I was going to ask you, how was your father?
He's not well, as everyone in town knows. There was that accident a couple years ago.
Oh, I recall. Do you need any of my services?
I, again, don't know who you are.
we used to be the doctors for the town.
And she looks at your antler
Mhm.
and just, doctors?
At this point, Dr. Delaney Moss will step forward with her doctor's bag and go, Dr. Delaney Moss, can I assist you?
This is really weird. I'm just gonna go.
I think that's best, to be honest.
Oh.
Have a good day.
She goes down a couple blocks and goes into the house. The house you all recognize as Odette's home.
Exactly.
All right.
Mhm.
How
Child,
did we lose so much time?
I don't know what the fuck is actually going on, but that just fucking scared the shit out of me. And I done seen a lot of shit in my day now.
Well, according to the good doctor over there, what happened was 16 years and however many months and days since the last time we set foot in this town.
Now, how the fuck did that happen?
I imagine it was time getting away from us.
But we were only gone for a couple nights.
Actually, you were gone for maybe a night.
Or a night.
Thinking maybe repeating time over and over again took a bit of a toll.
We don't know how long we were there for. We didn't remember all the loops.
That man did seem to know quite a bit about us.
Is it possible we were in a loop for 16 years?
Dr. Richter, perhaps we should check in with our headquarters.
You think your headquarters still around after 16 years?
Oh, yes.
Of course.
The technocracy.
You know, it's the reason that there hasn't been any wars is because of our order, our union.
Yes,
The world's
That-
been at peace.
Yeah, that they're the reason.
Technocrats, how will you get back to New Orleans?
I guess we look for a car or a bus line,
Bus line.
train.
Oh my. Oh yeah, my retainers are all dead.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're not.
No,
They're not
no,
dead. They would only be 16 years older.
no. Veronica. Yes.
Yeah, one of them ran away, didn't they?
No. I left one
One
in the
never
town.
went, and then one ran away.
There's two.
Well, I told one to run away. Yeah.
We could see if your assistant is still around, Dr. Richter.
You think your assistant would have hung around town for 16 years waiting on you?
He would have returned to his home in New Orleans. I'm assuming Mr. Dakota Smith, but Miss Veronica might have
As
stayed.
you are talking amongst yourselves at this intersection, a strange man covered in gator skins and other accoutrements has come up and started staring at Louis with literally no fear.
Yeah. I don't know who you is, but you might want to back up.
And he just goes up to you and just starts like rattling these bones that are on him. Zepihrin, can you give me an intelligence difficulty 4 test?
Intelligence and what?
Just intelligence difficulty 4.
Yeah, I can do that.
As you're saying, I don't know, you get away from me.
2.
2, cool. You recognize a number of the talismans on this person. You made them. They were in your hut, shack, your hovel.
Hole. And
hole, yeah.
and yeah,
But a
as you
man sitting nearby.
Yep.
He's got a big beard. He's got a bottle of liquor in his hand. And he's looking at you. Where are you from? You don't know Gator.
and as he's shaking
You
his
don't
hand,
know Gator? He's pointing at the guy. Everybody know Gator.
as he's shaking his hand, I'm gonna grab his hand and look at the talisman and go, "No, that don't belong to you."
Yes, it do.
No,
I
it
got it
don't.
from the great man.
You got it from the who now?
The great man.
And where the
He
great
left
man get
one
it?
day. He made it.
Yeah, I did.
You're not Zepihrin. Zepihrin did.
Then how you talking to him?
So you're looking at this person, this Gator, as this, I want to say wino, but not wino, is exclaiming, "It's Pascal."
You don't recognize me, Pascal? I recognize you.
Where you been?
Out of time.
Out of time.
So
Time
they
enough
say.
in the world. Since you've been gone, I've been going through your things.
I see
studying,
that. I see
learning.
that, and I don't appreciate that.
To be honest, we were probably assumed dead.
Seem to be.
Dr. Richter, can I get a perception and alertness check from you?
Of course.
Difficulty 6.
Perception and alertness.
Mm-hmm.
Are there spirits surrounding this man, Storyteller?
Yeah. Positive spirits.
Difficulty what?
6. 5.
How much of my shit does Pascal have?
He's got a lot of it.
I'm
Some
literally
more-
gonna start.
All of it is
Yep.
potent. Not a single thing he's taken is mundane or unpowered in some way.
Yeah, and I'm
The
literally gonna start like,
chances of that are astronomically slim.
and I'm gonna start pointing and like picking things out and go, now you can keep that and that and that, but these are mine, and you know that.
He goes, but I need them, and he states exactly what their stated purpose is for.
Oh.
Which is not something he should know.
And I was like, go and look back at him, and go,
I'm gonna approach
you've
Pascal myself.
been doing some learning.
Learn from the best. Wish I had a teacher to help guide me through, but I figured some things out. I remember the old ways.
That you did. That you do.
Now, Dr. Richter, you recognize this drunk man. This is Dakota. He
I
seems
like-
to be maybe 6 years older
6. Oh.
and has been living in a bottle for 5.
Dakota.
How
Dakota.
do you know my name? Wait,
It's Richter. It's Klaus.
I've been drinking too much. Can't be.
Stop,
And,
stop.
and he turns and he looks at Dr. Mott.
She's going to just sort of bend down and pop a pill in his mouth to cure his drunkenness so they can have an actual conversation.
You're gonna need 3 successes on this to flush all this out of his system.
We'll see
Because
what we
it's-
can do.
It's 5 years of it.
It's not even a pill. It's just Tabasco sauce.
You're basically curing his wet brain, like all the damage he's done to himself.
We can try.
Difficulty 6.
Crits don't matter in enlightenment rolls, right?
Listen, this is our finale, so I'll say they do.
I'll take it. So that is then 4 successes.
That's enough. And you just see him turn and just retch. And he just starts sweating and sneezing and coughing. He is expelling these toxins from his body in the politest ways. As your pill was designed to do.
Yes.
And he just goes, oh my God, you're back.
We're back.
No one remembered me. No one remembered you. It's been so long.
How long has it been for you?
6 years.
16, it seems. 3 last left.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see someone made it out that they're alive. And he
I haven't found Veronica. No one remembers her.
I give a hug to Dakota.
We will hug you back so tightly.
Are you still living in New Orleans?
I haven't gone back to New Orleans. I was working in a factory till they let me go for being drunk on the job too much. Steel gave me a position.
What is this? What is this Pentex?
Oh, that's so the company that Premium Oil restructured into a corporation, publicly traded, like 4 years ago, 6 years ago.
We were just trying to help them fix this problem, pollution, and they've gone away and just screwed with it. The union didn't try to track us down.
Not that I know.
How would he know? He was missing for 10 years of it.
Well, I guess
I went to New Orleans once and I couldn't find anybody. Eventually, I gave up and crawled into a bottle after a year and never came out.
Veronica's still gone, eh?
Oh, shit. Well, this is a nice family reunion for all of you, but it doesn't solve the problem. Why are there all these factories popped up in this area and polluting our good waters and hurting the creatures and defiling the spirits here?
Because we weren't around to stop it.
I'm
We
over
didn't get to
talking.
turn in our report.
I'm over talking to Pascal. Like, no. You know anything about the stuff that they're talking about with the factory and
So Pascal and Dakota start corroborating these stories that the workforce here was exceptionally hardy. They knew each other. Coming back from something called the Great War that happened in Europe.
what was so great about it?
Every country in the world was involved. The men that came
That sounds
back
awful.
started talking about themselves as Americans and not as Creole, not as people of the Bayou. wanted to speak English, teach the children English. People started leaving, needing money, and started working in these factories. And they started building more factories since it was a prime location with the waterways and nearby, like for logistics and other reasons. It's an excellent spot to build these refineries and factories. People have been getting hurt for over a decade.
Zephyr, is Pascal important to you, Sheriff?
He's the only thing left of my legacy, it seems.
All right. Because you've been looking at him pretty hard. I'm assuming he's just going to kind of start pointing at those. Those are yours. Because I know what you're capable of. So,
No, they his now.
you're going to allow that.
They his now.
Henri, since you have your spirit vision, you want to give me an awareness and perception roll to read Pascal's aura?
I sure can. Awareness.
Dr. Moss, I'm sorry. I had no one when we went on this mission, but you
What's the difficulty?
you were not
4.
detached. But it seems we're lost in this new world.
5.
How'd you get a 5? You rolled 4
Right.
dice.
2, well, shit. I'm sorry. 4. I had too many.
It's a finale.
He's awakened.
If he's
Like you.
if he's working my stuff, he's got to be.
Sorry.
You can read his arete is like a 2, but he's a will worker.
I'll be fucking.
Tell you what, there, Pascal, you can keep it. We got.
Zephyr, shot. Boy. Zephyr, he's like me now.
I know. How the hell do you think he gonna be using my stuff if he ain't?
You. Pascal. That's your name, right?
Mm-hmm. You remember seeing him while visiting Zephyr, like chasing toads and snakes outside of his hole. God, I don't want to call it that.
It's a hole. Go with it. He's like, so I know Pascal.
You seen him around?
You're familiar with Pascal.
Do I look familiar to you, young one?
Louis is, and by
And
association, you are.
Uh-huh. Have you been talking to the Baron?
Who?
Never mind. You've been talking to anybody that we can't, that well, he starts circling around, they can't see.
Every now and then, but not often.
Pascal, what kind of wheel you work?
And he gets some life. He uses some of the old medicines that you used to use. He burns some of the smoke and uses some of the spices and rum that Henri used to use. But he's not as good at that.
It won't be as good as that.
Tell you what, there, Pascal, you can keep that. We got some things we gotta do, but well, shit. If I'm gonna be hanging around for a bit, maybe I can give you a better idea how to use that stuff. What do you say?
Sounds good to me.
Put you on a good path.
It's even worth completing the mission now.
And I can help you too, still.
We plan
I
on going
honestly-
back? I mean,
I don't think we can.
that's
Um,
it's only forward, yeah?
Yes.
So then, I don't know about you, but once we figure out what the hell we dealing with here, I plan on putting roots down.
I suppose the only thing for us really to do is
Go back.
move on and I suppose for Dr. Richter and myself, attempt to find our organization. Um, our report is 16 years late, but
Better
Well,
late than never.
Then that means y'all might not have a job no more.
We might have been declared probably killed in action years ago.
tell you what.
well,
Tell you what, though. Yeah, you all might be dead, but you think that report of yours might shut some of this stuff down, keep things a bit cleaner around here?
I am not sure. I think reversing this now, unfortunately, Dr. Richter made the point that profit is part of what keeps the technocracy running. I'm not sure there's much profit in ending this now.
You said that they was going against your recommendation, so I guess the question is, are you gonna take profit over life and well-being of the people that you met against your own scientific mind?
We would do more good inside than on the outside of it. I might not always agree with the technocracy and the union, but it is still my home after all these years.
You could
Well,
always leave and come with us.
I'm a man of science.
That's simple enough to say. Perhaps now being a woman in my field would be easier, but before I would have never succeeded without the assistance of the technocracy. There was no place for me.
well,
So
as they say, that was then and this is now. Yeah.
Yeah.
perhaps.
It just does not make sense to me. I mean, or it actually makes the perfect sense to me. We go in, they assume us dead, they consider peace a lost cause, they roll in, they don't care about the pollution, about the recommendations we would make, about the safety of the people, they don't care about the peace, and they just industrialize.
And
Oh God.
that's why I ask, if you were to give your report now, do you think that you are a valuable member of your group and that your report would mean anything? Do you think
Dr.
they
Moss.
care?
Dr.
Do
Moss.
do you think you're worth it?
And
That
I asked this not lightly, because if you think that your report might actually clean things up here, then I would very much like to assist with that. But if you don't think it's actually going to do a damn bit of difference, uh, I would recommend perhaps you apply your scientific mind to better parameters.
I have an inquiry, actually. Delaney,
mhm.
the circlet you have obtained, you said it enhanced the gentleman's understanding of time. Did it not? Or he did not mention that?
Storyteller, can you help me figure out a good way to
As,
put this?
as far as you know, Dr. Lawrence did not have much in the way of time. It's more mind.
His skills
It
were more
altered the man's mind in some way.
mind over body, um, more. His mental will was allowed free reign.
I would better scientist than me could only dream of attempting a chrono shift back to where we were.
But Dr. Moss, you do have questions about how that, I'm going to say, reality deviant got his hands on this piece of technology.
Yes, I am still. She looks at Zephyrin and says, I don't know if our report would make much difference, but I am concerned about how this piece of technology made its way to that madman, and if Dr. Lawrence gave it to him and is still about, would have words with him.
Then how about we settle that first and then we figure out the second part after?
And with that, We're gonna take a break. Welcome back. Wes made me laugh just seconds ago. He's waving at me now. What were we doing?
We were playing a game of Mage.
You were
And
giving
we were
us
going
one
to
more-
go investigate a church to figure out who the fuck passed magic around.
You also are giving us one more sphere to put anywhere on our sheet that
Ah,
we
yeah,
ever
that's
wanted
right,
to.
No, I'm not
That
giving
definitely-
I'm not giving you time 5. You shit.
We all get correspondence 1.
So, I already have correspondence 1.
Well,
Wait a
too bad.
minute. Can I use correspondence 1 and call back to the union?
That's only, you need like more than that, I think.
That'd be 2. Yeah.
You need more than 1.
Do you have correspondence to Dr. Delaney?
No, I have Life 4, Matter 3, and Prime 2.
That's the prime out of nowhere.
It's useful for life stuff.
Yeah.
Prime 2 is really useful.
It's just useful. I'd say for matter stuff.
Hey, what's the matter with you?
So we were going to the church
Just a matter
to
of
figure out
prime.
shit.
Is Pascal still around?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, hanging out.
Share. Pascal.
Yeah.
Did you put your hands on my shit, son?
He's looking like he's trying to figure out how to answer that question.
Well, couldn't
I
we-
mean, in the long term, it's no longer your thing, so no, they're mine.
yeah, comes and slag, man. Apparently we were dead, yeah?
You know how long you were gone for?
16 years and however many the fuck months he said.
Did you at least leave a note or a coin?
Why would I leave a note if you've been gone for 8 months?
Do you even have a house anymore, Henri?
That is the question too. Ah, sure.
Dakota, how do people generally get around right now in this day and age?
Walking?
All right. I wanted to make sure there wasn't a better way.
Well, like some sort of like 2-wheeled scooter contraption that you have motorized and you lean forward on some sort of stick to make you go forward.
I mean, I sort of hoped that at this point,
Like
flight
what?
would be
Like,
an option.
Why? I mean, I guess are planes running yet?
We get
No,
I think
think
yeah,
so.
planes exist at this point. I
Not
mean, I
commercially.
guess, but not like widely. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out this device that you want to seg you from place to place.
Well, we can deal with that later. But something occurs to me.
Yes, yeah.
I can discuss it as we move, but she's going to start just kind of, I don't know, walking towards the church, I guess. How far away was it?
I mean, it's been 16 years. Pascal tells you where it is.
Cool.
I'm bringing Dakota with me if possible.
The
He's not leaving you.
the damage we saw at the factory was caused by the madman with the circlet, and I forget his name. But he was interested in causing long-term suffering. This is the result of the issues he was causing at the factory. He was also using our deaths to fuel a ritual. Ultimately, we hope we've caused that ritual to fail. However, this is indeed the results of that suffering and the preparations of that ritual. I am unsure how the energy would work in that situation, but I think it worth considering.
So what you're saying is this ritual led to the creation of this company, this Pentax, and then which caused them to dump everything in here.
I don't know. This is
Out of our line.
not my area of expertise.
Reality heretics.
Reality may have been fucked.
Deviations.
Strong word for a lady to say.
That's a technical term. Or...
Very technical, I assure you.
I'm likely to
Go
agree.
around.
I'm likely to agree, though. The way that things went, I'd say that things are rightly and aptly fucked. And I wouldn't be surprised if we was in the middle of it. Now, Pascal, we're gonna go to this here church and figure out what level it is that we are fucked, and then we'll pick up from here. Yep.
Yeah, I gotta go meet with a girl. So
You come find me when we are done.
yeah, she's one of the last ones in town. So
What's her name, Michelle?
She's one of the last girls in town.
Irene, from my generation.
Gotcha.
The other ones went off to school to get learned.
Hmm.
Oh, lovely. I'm glad that's
Yeah.
happened at least.
Yeah, that was your fault.
I will take
You
that
killed
with
my
pride.
dating prospects, lady.
Pascal, if you couldn't back him down, then that ain't Dr. Moss's fault.
I want to
And-
be a doctor. I want to save the world. I don't want to be with the guy that catches frogs.
Oh,
Well, yeah, this
boy.
is number your own court. And now I can help you. Well, you seem to know a little bit about what I do.
Oh,
I can
no,
help you.
I found that recipe.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm glad.
You
Oh,
go on, boy. Go on.
before you go, yeah, since you are a little learned in my expertise,
Perhaps Dr. Fliss will would
That
give
one
us some sort of connection
What?
to.
What, yeah?
that one right there, I need you to kind of, if you can, assist him with his pepper problem.
I think that's too much for me, man.
I thought I'd ask. See how you still are. You take care now, Pascal. See you later.
Go on now. All right. So we go find this man at this church and figure out why he done gave this the crown to the Batman, and then we'll figure out the second part of the problem.
Perhaps you could also give us in touch with the union.
Yes, perhaps.
I mean,
Doctor.
I think you'd have to go to New Orleans for that.
This town's become advanced. Maybe there's a branch. Just sniff out.
You could try the factory, the
Which
petroleum plant. You know, steel petroleum refinery.
You want us to go to that dump?
I mean, I'm just here to hang out. Dr. Richter.
I bet.
You saying that this petroleum factory is connected to your organization,
I mean, it was. That's why we came here originally.
but now it's got a new name, yeah?
Yeah, but it still might have people keeping an eye on it.
Hmm.
I couldn't figure out who. And then I got fired.
Hmm.
Oh, Dr. Richter. When we were speaking with the foreman there, he had some very odd guidelines. Do you remember who he said gave them to him?
Storyteller, do I remember?
I don't remember. I thought his memory was erased of it, so
Yeah, it was edited. He was seeing them off
edited.
a blank piece of papers. I
All
thought
right.
had that been a sabotage, but maybe there was other work at
yeah,
play that we were.
the Gator Man erased his memories.
So the Gator Man was this his ultimate goal to give rise to this corporation and to ruin the waters, to pollute?
Perhaps not the word I used before was evil. Perhaps it's not so much the corporation or the pollution itself, but the evil and corruption and decay that accompanies. Perhaps our organization was at a crossroads. We meant it to turn one way, and we missed it.
And now it's going the other decaying way.
Of
Perhaps.
course.
Choices will have to be made in the future, but let's go to this church of the Parabolic Angel.
Boom, boom. All right. If anyone says anything to you about your electrolytes, or just say boom, boom, and move on.
Why?
What?
It's a very odd group. Just don't worry about it. Don't let yourself get trapped in a massage train. It will be fun.
I don't think I want that anyway.
That sounds intriguing, Chef.
No. That's all right.
All right. Let's go then.
Okay.
You don't like massages?
I don't like
So-
massages in a church. No.
The new
Oh.
building for this church is not where you remember the old one being. It is closer to the center of town, very large, one of the largest building on its block, if not the neighboring ones. Made of stone, imported stone, has electric lights. There's at least 2 stories. Very ornate, very fancy. Going inside, the interior is plush, well furnished. Yeah, well furnished, chairs, carpets. It's very clean. Someone leads you to a Father Dotry. Hi, welcome to our humble Church of the Parabolic Angel. Can I help? I'm not familiar with you. Any of Antler Man, any of you.
Yes, I was looking for a friend of mine who used to be a member of your congregation, Lawrence Flitz.
You know Dr. Flitz?
Yes, he was a dear teacher of mine. Is he still here?
I mean, he's coming in a couple hours for a sermon.
Lovely.
That's something.
He hasn't been here in a long while. Every so often, he drops in to give a rousing speech to the local people and talk to them about how they can rebalance their amino acids because they can be both too high and too low. But with his patented mental mind over matter techniques, boom, boom, fixes it right out.
I'm just gonna look at Zephyrin.
He's just saying gibberish to you.
Yeah, I'm just shaking my head. Like the moment he looks at me, just
Electrolytes.
Would it be
Electrolytes, oh, you're
possible?
familiar. Are you members of the Church of the... You must be members. What circle are you in?
Well, Dr. Moss is actually the protege.
Dr. Moss definitely had
You're
some.
in the protege circle.
Yeah,
Wow.
she just reels off something.
Wow. I heard there were like 8 of you.
What the hell?
don't know.
I would very much like to speak with Lawrence while he's here. Do you think that could be
certain he would
arranged?
definitely speak to a member of the protege circle. I mean,
Lovely.
he's been very busy with other work that he says for the union. He's been moved to a management role.
Excellent.
What is your name again, Mr. Wizard?
The wizard. No, I'm just Father Dotry.
Oh, wizard is another circle.
Oh,
I'm the level below that.
what's that?
Well, you see, in the church, I am in the pain circle now. We believe that pleasure and pain at once brings you closer to God.
If you do it right, maybe that sounds a bit unfortunate.
Exactly. As you go up in ranks by making enough people members, and then they themselves make members underneath of them, some sort of ziggurat type structure, you will bring yourself closer to God.
Multi-level divinity.
Yes.
But you gotta be at the top.
It's
of
very Babylonian.
You gotta be at the top of the thing, though, right? To be
Mhm.
closer.
You're familiar with how it works.
I'm familiar with triangles. But
Yes, Dr. Flitz discovered it. From some ancient tomes.
you discovered triangles.
Oh no, the ziggurat. The ziggurat structure.
Uh-huh.
Multi-level divinity is what.
Exactly.
It sounds more divine up at the top than it
Boom,
goes down.
boom.
I don't know.
Well, the closer you get to God, the closer you get to divinity.
And the more electrolytes you generate.
Is that where the massage room is at the top?
You've heard of the massage room.
Word has been passed around.
I'm intrigued by this. Yeah.
They
Please
they
don't.
might be interested.
No,
in-
we are not, actually.
Perhaps could you give us
Sir,
a
are you
tour of your
interested?
I'm sorry.
Sir, are you interested in a massage?
Please say no.
Wait, not at the moment.
Okay, but I give a great massage and make great eye contact during it.
Now I am less interested.
I'm more interested. Keep
He starts
talking.
putting his hands out towards like your shoulders and tries to massage your neck from the front while making constant eye contact.
Mhm.
Henri, if you continue this, I'm going to leave you here.
But I can absolutely give a member of the protege circle a tour.
Great.
And he leads you through the various rooms. This is the entry level area. This is the main church. There's like a standard I don't know what to call it in a church, but like where all the pews and benches and everything are.
The church.
Where the sermons happen. Well, the whole building's a church, but it leads you to a room where it's just is for more higher members, higher than just entry level. This is the rebalancing room where people have conversations and have their amino acids rebalanced
Mm.
because they can be both too high and too low. Boom, boom.
And there goes that fancy word again. Zephyrin. It's not
Are there-
fancy.
Are there people like in here that would look that while walking around, or is it just
Yeah,
a
there's
guy?
people here milling about.
All right. Everybody keep looking at me funny. I don't know if I like that.
Now this is where I get to go. This is the leads you to a room. It's like there's like pipes and alcohol, fancy foods, chocolates, very comfortable plush chairs. This is the next level where you get to experience pleasure, because the pleasure is how you go up to God.
But what about the pain pot?
That's the next level, and he leads you to some sort of hellish BDSM torture room. This is where I spend a lot of my time administering to my level.
I'm
One day
sure-
I hope to move up to the next.
I'm gonna look to Klaus and Delaney and go. I'm sorry. How was actually this helping us out again with?
Well, we just need to wait for the good professor to get here, and then we can talk to him.
Storyteller. Can I swipe some of the chocolate and stuff?
Absolutely, no roll needed.
Just kind of put it in my.
Louis like,
Yeah,
you
you
can
won.
just stash it in his mouth
No, it's bad for gators.
like a bird.
There you go. Hold that for. So there's it's a BDS room.
Shall we just convene to a lounge room and wait?
Sure.
Yeah, preferably one without all the implements or destruction in them.
The
After a couple
accoutrement.
hours,
What is
someone comes to get you. Dr. Flitz is here.
Oh, fantastic.
He wants to talk to his protege alone.
What they always supposed to do in the meantime.
You can keep waiting here. Is there anything I can get you? How are your amino acid levels? Do you have enough electrolytes?
Really quick, Dr. Moss.
Yes.
Richter is going to take off. Actually, Richter is going to look and go, if you would allow me to calibrate, Storyteller, would I be able to calibrate my goggles so that I could see what Dr. Moss is seeing
I mean, you are a mind mage.
and experiencing? Like I could just hear and see through her.
Yes. You're going to make a difficulty 6, 2 successes.
And we would have definitely had the time to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So give me them rolls.
Difficulty 6.
Mm-hmm.
2 successes.
Cool. You feel part of your mind meld with hers.
Oh boy.
She doesn't feel that acid. She feels a little cooler, like in her brain. And you feel like there's a way for you to become at one with the universe. Somehow. You just feel like using your powers is the thing you're meant to do. But you haven't found the reason yet.
I start projecting a symphony of music in my head
Mm-hmm.
so that Dr. Moss may hear it. It's like the first time
dear.
I was ever at the opera.
Okay, Doctor, they're waiting for you down the hall.
Delightful.
Mhm.
Gentlemen, I will return hopefully soon.
Of course, we'll keep an eye on things here.
Okay then.
You enter. Dr. Flitz is there. He has aged significantly, more than 16 years.
Storyteller,
Mhm.
can I do something really quick?
Go for it.
It's a straight shot hallway from where we are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm molding the shape of my ear to to catch sound more, and I also want to blend forces to just reverberate shit down the hallway, so I can just listen from where I'm sitting, because I don't like being left out like this.
No, I'm not even gonna say you need to roll for this, just because
That's a great idea. It's so cool.
I really like it.
Okay.
Henri, would you like to do anything?
What's going on generally right now?
He's changing his ear.
Okay.
He seems to be humming along and wearing goggles. Louis seems to be comfortable on a couch.
Okay. That's good. Can I step out for a moment?
Of course, sir.
I'm going to go exploring for a hot second.
Sure, as long as you don't go to any areas that are off limits, because you are not of the level for it.
Okay.
So Dr. Flitz, his coal black hair is now very gray. More than just a band like Reed Richards, it is everything below the scalp is white. His face is sagging, but his eyes are still hard as ice.
Florence.
Ah, they didn't tell me it was you. You haven't aged a day. You've been gone for so long.
It didn't seem quite so long to me. We were on assignment here, and we ended up getting trapped in a bit of a time sink. But I'm here now.
What did
With
you
my
discover? What did you learn deep in the swamp? We assumed you were killed, so we started trying what we could do to see if we could kill whatever killed you. But no one we ever sent in return.
We found some things. For example, do you recognize this at all? And she shows him the circlet.
So you're not even gonna roll insight because you know him so well. He recognizes it. Where did you find that artifact? Were you poking around in my old lab?
No, I found it, what feels to me yesterday, but was apparently 16 years ago. Because the fellow using it trapped us in a time loop to sacrifice us repeatedly.
How horrid.
Oh, yes. Do you happen to remember how this equipment might have left your hands and ended up in his? I'm sure you didn't give it to him.
As you said, it was 16 years ago. I've done quite so much since then. Did you know I'm a manager in the union now?
Yes, and congratulations. I am hoping that you can help
I'm
us
responsible
get
for the
back.
whole Gulf Coast,
Oh,
except Florida. I don't touch Florida.
all right. Well, as I am alive, as is Dr. Richter, my
I'm
partner.
so happy you're alive and you can come back and work with me again. I have an
Hmm.
excellent place for you in one of my facilities. Cutting edge technology. No more field work, leading research, bleeding edge stuff.
Well, I don't know if I'm ready to leave the field just yet. I've only been on one mission.
Nonsense. This mission cost you 16 years. You need time to acclimate to what we're capable of nowadays. There's so much change since you've been gone.
Hmm.
Listen,
Well,
you are my finest student. I need you at my side for the work that's to come.
of
We can
course,
shape the Technocratic Union for centuries to come.
I believe the Union will prevail and
The
continue with
Union
or
will
without
prevail,
me. Yes.
but you could guide it forward. They could be speaking your name through the annals of history.
Personally, I am less concerned with my own immortality than with the health and well-being of the people here that are being poisoned by these factories. As we vanished 16 years ago, we were never able to turn in our report, which,
Well, you can give it to me now.
yes, I would very much like to do that, but as I suppose you're my manager, but I would be more comfortable if you met with my other compatriots as well.
Look,
This
before
is
you meet
not
with
just
him, why don't you just give me a rundown of it? Or before you give it, maybe we could work on it together. Possibly I could tell you what we've been doing since, and you could maybe alter some of the details to fit what we could accomplish together. You say we're poisoning these people. Think about it this way. Do you know how we were always hard up for subjects for our experiments?
because we wanted willing subjects.
Now we have many willing subjects that just want their burns healed. And they'll do it in exchange for signing up for our programs, our drug trials. We're advancing medical science here, Delaney.
Doing that through
Everyone is consenting. We are advancing humankind.
Unfortunately, if I had turned in my report, you would know that I am uncomfortable with this particular road.
Why is that?
I am adverse to human suffering.
And we are curing human suffering in the long term. Soon there will be no suffering. We will guide the entirety of the Technocratic Union's processes to end all suffering once and for all. I just need your help. Help me convince Dr. Richter that what we're doing is right. And you will have a whole team of people working under you.
And what is your end goal precisely? If you want me to assist you, I should know that before I sign on.
I want to end all suffering. No one will be born into a world where they'll have to die a painful death.
Death is part of life.
Not if we have anything to say about it.
So you would end the human condition.
That's an interesting way to say. Chiton thought the same way, but I disagree. Oh, forget I said that.
Does the name Chiton mean anything to her? Was this another student of
Roll
his?
me intelligence and alertness. Nick and the ones that are listening in, you may also roll this.
Intelligence
What
and what?
is the
An
threshold?
intelligence and alertness. Difficulty is 5. Okay. Okay.
Actually, fuck it. We'll burn another willpower. We're in the finale, so 4.
Okay. Yep. 3 or 5, Nick.
3.
Okay. You
So I'm playing the
recall
symphony in my head.
that the horrid little man from the cairn, he had a number of patches on his skin that the tradition mages recognize as paradox backlash, like on permanent paradox effects, where his skin had turned into like a shell, like a chitinous shell.
Hmm.
Now, how would he know about that person?
Unless he had done it. Can Moss hear me through this connection?
I mean, you played music earlier, so sure, why not?
He's lying, Dr. Delaney. How he knew about the man? How would he know about that if he did not give it to him before or knew of its pre-existence?
Can I sense any life, like plants and whatnot, in this dude's office from where I'm sitting?
Sure.
They're gonna
The symphony.
they're gonna start blooming.
Okay.
Just a bit
What
brighter.
about spirits in here?
The
'Cause
symphony
Henri-
is getting louder, my friends.
You're looking for spirits, Henrei?
Yeah.
I'm not even roll. There's a shit ton of Bane spirits around this dude. Like, and not even like entry level ones. And not even like these are like knight level. Like, if he's a lord, these would be his knights.
Henri's gonna come back.
You can just smell the rot in this whole place.
Mm-hmm.
You've
Yeah.
heard this. You've heard your mentors speak a word for what this man is. Nafandi.
Yeah.
Their goal is to end existence.
Gotcha.
His avatar is permanently tainted.
Okay. Where is Zephyr at while this is happening?
I'm sitting in the main
Basically
area.
next to you.
I'm sitting next to you with my ear like pointed towards the hallway, but you can see that like my eyes are a little bit glazed over because I'm focusing, and flowers are starting to bloom in the guy's office, like on the existing plant life that's in there, just for Moss to see.
I'm just gonna kind of lean back.
Hmm.
Zephyr, I don't know if you are aware, but he has a whole lot of spiritual rot around here.
And he knows things that he knows things about what we dealt with, and he not being truthful about it.
Dr. Moss, I have shaped policy in the Technocratic Union to ensure that we will always have funding, research, and we will help so many people.
Dr. Moss, he created an enemy when there was none. He
I
got the union
applaud-
involved.
I applaud your end goal, I suppose, but I I I am uncomfortable again with the idea of this suffering.
As I said, the suffering is temporary. And the suffering is required for the pleasure to approach God.
Yes, you seem to have amassed a bit of a following.
Zephyr,
Hmm?
how was it pronounced against Storyteller?
Nafandi. At least I think that's how it's pronounced.
Yeah, that's a Mathandi. Nothing but pure. He wants us all dead.
You hear that, Dr. Richter?
Created an enemy when there was none. The reality deviant.
the technocratic agents also know the term Nefandi.
Yeah.
What does it mean to us?
They're
Yeah.
the enemy of everyone.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
would team up with traditions to kill a Nefandi.
And that's why I'm asking. You hear that, Dr. Richter?
You're gonna see Henrei open his jacket,
This is like
Well,
drop all of your shit. I need to kill this guy.
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna see him take out the gun.
Dr. Moss, you need to get out of there right now.
But you also remember, he's had 16 years, and he's a manager in the technocracy.
And I don't know that, so I'm about to like close my eyes, rock back, and I'm doing an extended test to, unless I get stopped, rapid fire grow a tree straight through that guy's office. And I was gonna go, you might want to tell Dr. Moss to leave.
Dr. Moss, get out of there now.
I need time to think about these things. It's been a lot for 2 days that apparently took 16 years.
Well, here, let me put this on your head. It will alter the flow of time for you.
I would rather not.
But I insist. And he locks eyes with you. And they just become so deep, so alluring.
Storyteller, what's the difficulty on what I'm trying to do?
7?
Cool. I made
8. I don't know.
well 7 or 8 because it makes a difference on what I just rolled.
7.
Okay, I've made 2 rolls and I have 4 successes now. I'm gonna do one more and I'm gonna accrue paradox for it to make it grow real fucking fast. 7.
That's a lot of damage.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm literally now picking my hand up in the air. I'm going, Dr. Richter, she got about 5 seconds.
Henri's gonna take that
Get out of there now, Dr. Moss.
that toxic water and start dipping some of the bullets in it.
Okay.
And start putting it in the gun.
So, damage? Are you just trying to do damage with this tree?
Yeah, my goal is to just like erupt the tree through the center of the office. See if I can, if it grows fast enough, see if I can knock the dude straight into the ceiling or go through him.
Okay. So,
And it's
according
gonna
to the
hurt me
rules,
too, but I'm
number
what
of
it is.
damage is number of successes times 2.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm saying she got about 5 seconds to get out of there. If you want to get her, then get her.
How clear of a shot do I have into the office?
Door's closed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Once, if the tree when the tree grows, it will burst the door open.
Yep.
Because he just grew not a fucking redwood, but a giant ass oak tree.
Yep.
It's-
That's what I'm telling Dr. Richter. 5.
Dr. Richter, would you
Cool.
like to try to do an effect to break this hypnosis?
Can I go
on-
a step further? As my magic is compelling to, can I cast mind back at Dr. Flisk
Through me? Is that gonna
Yes.
work?
because our minds are melded?
I don't have any dots in mind.
But it doesn't matter. His mind's in you.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, it's by line of sense. So
And I have correspondent 1. Yeah,
you
so
have correspondence. Fuck it, yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. Cool.
I look in and I just specifically, I don't even want to. I just want to send my rapid flow of thoughts that I've been achieving, that have been happening to me since I woke up, like the symphony, the madness, and I want to send it all towards him. I just want him to get his fill of it. What would be the difficulty?
5.
I'm gonna spend quintessence. What does spending quintessence do again?
Every quintessence you spend lowers the difficulty by 1, up to a maximum of 3 quintessence spent.
I feel like this is just the last roll I'm gonna make this season. So I'm gonna spend 3 quintessence and bring it difficulty down to 2.
Are you gonna spend a willpower?
Yep. So I'll get automatic success. And then I'm gonna get another 4 successes.
Ooh, scratch this.
And all you hear is just like, "Welcome to my world."
Yes, Joe.
Do I witness Zephyr doing this? I
You
can
see
see
my
him.
hand going up in the air.
Mhm.
Okay, scratch that. I'm gonna pull out my knife, and I'm going to cut my hand and try to get some assistance here for what I want to do.
Okay.
But I'll let Zephyr take the lead.
Well, let's do what you're doing, so I can.
Well,
A lot of
Okay.
shit's happening at once, so
Yeah.
let's just put it all at once.
I'm slowly counting down, so it's literally up to Dr. Richter to get Dr. Moss out of there with what he's doing before the tree comes through the office.
I'm cutting my hand, and I'm just going to start doing a quiet incantation. I'm going to say, "Now, Baron, I need your help. The Nefandi is here, and I would love to have some assistance now, Chef."
Okay, so we said before, every point of damage you do to yourself is going to be 1 success. Difficulty is going to be 7.
I think I'm going to. Let's see so I don't kill myself. Let's make sure I don't kill myself. Yeah, I can do that. Let me do 3 points.
We're really let off the leash now, aren't we?
Yeah.
I hope you can do something to get her out of there, because this will be interesting if not.
I'm trying.
Yep.
What's the rule, Storyteller?
You're going to do your air tag. Difficulty is going to be 7.
Okay, can I spend a quintessence?
You can. You can also spend willpower.
I will. Can I do both?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to spend a quintessence
Difficulty is now 6.
and a willpower.
Mm-hmm.
So
1 auto success.
okay, so that's it. And it's my air tag.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
Okay.
Plus any also successes you got from the damage.
Wait, do I add more for the damage?
Did you hurt yourself?
I did.
So every box you took, that's an extra success as well.
Okay. Well, I've set 3. And what was her?
So I was gonna be 6.
6. So 1. Holy shit. 1, 2, 3. Plus the 4, 5, 6, 7.
The smell of rich tobacco fills your nose, and you know that your plea has been heard. So let's cut to Dr. Richter, who is delving into the heart of his madness and embracing it.
I feel like if I can add the extra detail, because I'm smashing up against all my paradigms and like going beyond what even the Union or the Technocrat would do, the scars around my eyes are deepening as you see them like pulsating outside of the goggles, and you can see a faint glow. Like I'm actually doing like magic rather than science. At
You
this
are doing
point.
incredibly vulgar magic.
Yeah.
You are expecting to take a lot of backlash from this.
We're
And
all
you just see it fill his mind. And through Dr. Moss's eyes, you just see basically thunderclouds appear in his eyes. And you see the flash of lightning. And this he just drops what he was doing. Dr. Moss will have a second to react as this giant oak tree now appears underneath of him and smashes him towards the roof.
Yep.
Dr. Moss, you have a second to respond here.
Yeah. 3, 2.
I'm gonna throw myself back away from that and try to get out the door, I guess.
Okay, give me an athletics and dexterity check. Difficulty's gonna be 6. 7.
Wait a minute. Because I have athletics hyper crammed and where reminders melted, does that mean
the science is there? I'll allow it.
because my mind is connected, that means
Well, how many
that
dice do you have in hypercram?
I have 2.
You get 2 more dice, Rez.
Woo! Thank you for your hypercram.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
That's really
is
cool.
the
7.
I love
2
Mage.
successes?
You jump through the doorway as this tree slams him through the ceiling and roof of this
1.
church.
Boom.
And then everyone hears a howling laugh. It's not the same laugh you heard from when everything went white. It's different. It is graver. Henri recognizes it as the laugh of Baron Cemeteire, another one of the great, I want to say lords? No, that's not the right word, but one of the
Loa.
great Loa. Not quite the level of Baron Samdi, but he's comparable.
He's good enough.
Mhm. And you just hear this agonizing scream come from above. And then you hear screams come from below. And Zepihrin, your arms and legs feel stiff and itchy. You look at them. They're turning brown and scaly. Not scales. Bark. Your limbs are turning to wood.
I want to, if I can, push back on it
Mm-hmm.
with my life forward of the that simple metamorphosis, just to stem it.
From spreading?
Yeah, stem it from spreading. Like
Yeah.
just keep
Do
it.
you have any willpower left?
Yeah, I do.
You can spend a point of willpower to just delay
Okay,
it.
then I'll do that. Yeah, I'll keep it as patches if I, because I didn't act like immediately, but it's just I'm not locked out with branches.
Yeah.
And we have
You're not a
screens.
Lego man.
Yep.
Okay. So there's people in this church.
So now I've
And
just got
all
like
of a
dark
sudden, you
patches.
see Louis yelp in pain. Henri,
Louis.
you're fine. He just took your backlash for you.
Okay. Sorry, Chair. Well, I'll
And
keep
Dr. Richter, you didn't get any backlash.
Dr. Moss did.
Dr. Moss didn't get any backlash either. Those screams from below are talking about ripples and streams now. Some are talking about seeing hands grabbing at things.
I am immune. Do I feel powerful right now?
You feel like God himself.
Do I feel like time 5 powerful?
No, you do not feel time.
Okay.
Guys, gotta ask.
I gotta ask. Great way to end the story.
You cannot travel back in time and negate the story.
I'll look over to Dr. Moss and just go. Well then.
Yes. Do you want help with that?
I hear it in my own time.
All right, because I think I have a cream for that.
No.
All this talk of cream, get the hell out of here.
Nah, it's all part of the cycle.
All right.
Thank you for respecting life over profit.
Storyteller.
Yes.
Are the spirits going throughout? Is it just on this one guy? Or
Dude's like 20, 30
on.
feet up in the air now. So
What odd? What spirits?
yeah.
okay. That's why I want to make sure.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Is there a way that I could bring the entire church down?
You
There's
can
a
light the
hole in
building
the
on
ceiling.
fire.
Say what?
There's a giant tree that just grew up in somebody's office. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can light this place on fire. You guys are player characters. You can just burn the building down.
Yeah.
Okay.
But these people are essentially innocents that have been corrupted.
And does that mean they're still innocents?
No.
That's a question.
No.
I mean, I don't know. How are they acting? How are they reacting to the fact that a tree just grew up through the middle of the office? And
they all seem to be doubled over, screaming in pain, grasping their heads and shouting, "Ah, ah!"
Oh.
It's like my mind is being flayed by a knife that represents every possible reality.
Oh,
That kind of corrupted. Okay.
yeah. They're not salvageable.
I think perhaps
Do-
we
Do I feel connected to them?
No, they are
Ah,
beneath you.
unfortunate, for I could rewrite them if need be.
I think perhaps we
Richard-
call this.
Richard
I
just
think
starts
at
doing
this
ballet.
point, Delaney's just going to just sort of put a syringe in your neck and knock you out for a bit. You're getting out of control here, man.
Yeah,
It
that dog
worked.
reflex.
It worked. I saved you, Dr. Nelson. That's what matters.
Dr.
Yes,
Delaney,
you
please get
did,
him out of
Klaus.
here.
You
Get him
did.
out
You
of here and
saved
I'll
me.
take care of this pecker problem when we get back all settled. This bitch is coming down, so get the fuck out of this church now.
I think we made our point. I think we made our point.
You gonna be all right, Zephyr?
I'll be good.
I
I'll
got-
be good.
And
I'll help
I got
Dr.
something I
Moss.
can make to help with that now.
I'll help Dr. Moss carry Dr. Richter out.
I was just gonna say Moss pumps up her her I guess strength or stamina enough to carry him out.
Zephyrin will reach and just go. So be it, and I'll follow out.
I want to, as everybody gets out, have the band make the church as it's falling fall harder. Like get everything just.
Do you have forces or matter?
I have. Make sure
Mm.
I have forces.
What's your forces at?
2.
2. Since the kinetic energy is already there, you could enhance it. And basically enhancing the force of gravity upon this place.
I could-
Okay. What do I
So-
roll?
You give me what kind of like ritual or how do you enact this?
The Baron is still around, isn't he?
Sure.
Like a spirit shockwave.
Okay, I like it.
Or shockwave / implosion. Like it out and then collapse in and down.
So it's very vulgar. So we're gonna say difficulty 7.
Okay.
Roll your arete. You can also spend willpower.
I'm gonna spend one.
If you have 1 willpower left, I suggest not spending it. Like only 1 left. Like if you go to 0, I suggest not spending it.
You said 7?
7.
Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. That's 0.
How many 1s did you roll?
I rolled 1.
And how many successes?
You said 7?
Yeah,
0.
that's a botch.
That is the botch.
That means you take paradox, and I think the opposite of what you wanted to happen happens.
It just stays up.
This stays up.
I'd say actually, because we're getting near the end, I would say that. How much paradox do you want to take?
Can
Yeah.
I transfer it to Louis?
You can.
He'll die eventually.
Don't.
That's the thing.
Don't kill the gator.
Chat, should I kill my gator?
Nah, take paradox. It's good for you.
Sure, I'll take it.
Okay. So the stones and timbers begin flying upwards. Gravity suddenly reversed.
Oh, shit.
And then they come crashing down all over town.
I'll just stop.
And then you just start coughing up blood. You're going to take 2 bashing
Okay.
because I rolled very poorly.
Oh,
And you just feel lighter for some reason.
Any of that meteor storm hit any of the factories or just the town?
Just the town.
Shit.
I mean, it'd be way worse if it hit the factories.
That's fair.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's one problem.
Are you still conscious, Henrei?
I technically, let's see, because I hurt myself. I am technically I'm mauled.
All right.
Okay,
That's
if you take one more, you're unconscious.
Yeah, you're conscious for now.
If we out of game, do we want the factories like gone, like immediately, despite what might happen?
Zephyrin does.
I mean, if you blow up the factories, it's going to be like an ecological
That is just an
disaster.
environmental disaster. It's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
be-
what I was saying. Because like
I don't want to blow them up. I wanted to overgrow them.
I've had 16 years for my cannon charge.
Nah, I wouldn't do that.
I don't know if you can blow up every factory.
But I am gonna walk out with Dr. Moss like carrying Dr. Richter and go.
I feel like it's just over the shoulder, but yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I appreciate you choosing life over profit. I don't know what you got planned next, but I'm thinking maybe we let life reclaim them factories out there. You want to finish the job, or you heading back to your people?
Well, I do still believe in the mission of the technocracy. I hope we can help put it on the right track.
Oh, you can
Maybe
always
working
come
from
be-
within.
You can always come be with us. Traditionally.
Tell you what. That's that we know she ain't gonna take that. She too set in her ways. But if you think you can change the flow to one that doesn't do this, and you go on for it, and if that ain't suiting your needs, well, you know where to find us.
Indeed. I do hope that we find another time to work together again, hopefully under better circumstances.
And I do hope you weren't too partial to them factories, because I am serious. I'm probably going to be growing some roots straight through them pipes.
I wish you luck. As I said, my recommendation was fairly the opposite. I
Maybe I'll
believe
follow-
this sort of thing can be good, but only when it respects the health of the human and the environment surrounding it. Advancement should not come at the cost of humanity.
Like your sleepy friend said, different paths to the same point, you and I.
I am still awake, thank you very much.
Oh, look at that. How you
I-
feeling there?
I feel very distant in my own mind. I probably will need a lot of alienation before.
Oh, he's gonna
Back
eat a
to
piece of
normal.
chocolate from his pocket.
It's decadent.
Hmm.
Belgian, according to the rapper.
Well,
Dr. Moss,
Mm-hmm.
I want to eventually bring us back. We claim the 16 years. But maybe it is best we operate in this brave new world, as it were.
I believe in doing the hard work.
Well.
Dr. Cow. No, you all right now, Sheriff?
I am. And I think. And he just takes his goggles off for the first time this entire game. And he gives them to Dr. Moss. Tell them, my dear, that Dr. Klaus Richter passed away on the mission.
I was horrified and aggrieved, and will anyone be looking for your pornography? She knows it's not pornography, but whatever.
No. I do hand her the detonator for Gugnir.
Oh,
Because
that's what she was asking about. Okay.
I don't have the most soundest of minds anymore for now, and I do not want to be tempted to use it like my mentor once did.
As you hand this device off, the flesh on it seems to be like attached to you as pseudopods with suckers, like an octopus. It doesn't want to leave you.
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Moss
Again-
doesn't see any of that.
Again,
but
nobody
she-
else sees this.
Yeah, she
Oh,
just holds out her hand and
actually,
takes it.
For a brief second, you do see it.
Because your mind was linked. Are our minds still
No.
linked?
Everyone sees it.
Oh.
The hell?
Oh dear, Klaus, you
You
need
and-
some reconditioning.
Reality deviance poisoning, as it were. Good
Yeah.
old couple months off the vulgar side of things should probably take intense. But no, I do not think I would like to revisit Classroom 101 anytime soon.
Perhaps we help clear his mind up a bit.
I
And he-
believe. Oh,
No,
please.
go ahead.
I believe what I said before of two different routes, but the same destination. I also think perhaps there is indeed a third route between those. I would like to walk that path, and I cannot do so with the technocracy.
Well, my friend, I believe your insanity has taken you, but I wish you joy in it. And she'll give you a hug and look to rejoin the technocracy in New Orleans.
Zepihrin will give her a parting goodbye and gesture to Dr. Richter of if you don't go totally off your rocker, you find us too. In the meantime, I'm gonna make good on the other good doctor's recommendation. You coming, Henrei?
I am, Chef. Dr. Richter, before I go, here's some chocolate from the check.
I take it.
And you are in luck. I actually, he's going to kind of fiddle in his pocket a little bit. And he's going to pass you a vial.
For the Becker problem.
I actually have an extra one. It was going to be for somebody else, but I think this is more suited for your pecker problem.
It's been 16 years.
Well, it'll help reinvigorate it.
You take care now, Doctor.
I'm
And-
sure I'll be seeing you very, very soon.
Henri is going to actually go in for a hug for the doctor.
Yeah, we're all down to hug it out. We will.
Even
He's gonna
Louis
miss
wraps up with his tail.
Oh, And Zepihrin is going to he's gonna walk away. He's gonna Unreal find him once he's done with the hug, I imagine, and then he's gonna find his new protege and see if we can make good on Dr. Moss's recommendation to stop the pollution through more natural means.
All right, let's go to the post-credit scene. Like, let's do the credit scenes where you guys have ended up. Like, we're in Animal House.
Oh, wait. I do want to say before we go that I do want to talk to Dakota and be like, do you mind if I stay with you for a bit?
Dakota's
while I-
coming with you.
Yeah, we're going off this journey together.
All right, Dakota's ride or die with you.
There you go.
So this concludes episode 4 of Cypress and Steel, a Victorian mage adventure. Let's check in with our mages on where they go and where they end up. Zepihrin and Henrei, you make the most of your efforts to try to educate Pascal and others in the old ways, the ways of the people, the right way, the way where they don't have to work long hours and poisoning themselves for subpar wages. Eventually, the law of 3 and the 42 damage that Zepihrin takes overcomes him.
But not before he becomes exactly what the visiting doctors thought at first, the eco-terrorist, to stop the factory as much as possible.
How does the law of 3 manifest itself? Do you
we-
fully turn into a tree?
Yeah. At one point, he walks back to where his hovel, his hole was, and just digs his feet into the ground after the amount of work he can do, and then just relaxes.
You turn into a large cypress tree that stands there to this day, leaching toxins and chemicals from the earth,
Mhm.
protecting the people as long as you stand. Henri,
Mm.
your service to your boons from the lower ask for sacrifices and work. They summon you away to carry out their will and protect the people. People that have been kept from pollution in this environment, protect the true believers, protect the people, make sure the spirits continue going on and the evil from coming back through. You and Louis meet a comfortable end. Old, anyone could wish for. You have a number of apprentices. Pascal, they're in his good hands. The boy's got talent.
Can he make an altar for Zephyr?
He does.
Does Louis almost outlive Henri? That
Alligators
duck-
live a long time.
They
Do
go.
they?
They go. They go at the same time
Oh,
And no one.
together. Dr. Moss, you link up with the technocracy in New Orleans and remind them of who you are and convince them to let you in. You eventually rise to the rank of supervisor in the progenitors, working still in the field with a unit that eventually is called damage control that cleans up the messes technocracy makes, working to root out nefandtic influences. You manage to recover from the debris and the desolation of the Church of the Parabolic Angel, the lists of the high-ranking members of the church, a number of whom are technocracy members. Dr. Flitt's influence ran deep. The belief that that pain will lead to progress, that the ends justify the means, that the technocracy knows what's best for humanity has pervaded the Union. And you are working. You spend the rest of your life working to root that out. But even its roots go too deep for you. You save as many lives as you can. You protect as many people as you can. On your deathbed, do you think about all the lives you've touched and changed and saved? All the young women that went to college and became doctors and scientists, politicians and thinkers.
I think
Those
she
of
thinks
you.
about all the people she wasn't able to help and wishes she had more time.
You lived to the age of 145. You're a progenitor. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Dr. Richter, what is it that you're trying to achieve in your new condition?
It has informed me that there is another path. I don't simply need to walk the road I'm on. I can walk the many roads, the road in between. And with it, I can find a power stronger than any other mage before me has. And maybe one day go back and undo the creation of this influence.
Eventually, you become an archmage of time. Your madness fueling you and making yourself immune to paradox, to evil. Not evil, but the backlash of the universe at the cost of those around you. You never die. You find yourself eventually outside of time, unable to stop this organization known as Pentex from forming. It is something, it is a set point in causality. It is something that must come. The worm must have its servants on earth, and this is their instrument, their tool. You understand that eventually, and you have to watch as the world falls apart.
And I do feel like there's one particular member that stands out to me. On the deathbed of my past associate, perhaps she looks out a window and sees just for a moment my visage staring back at her.
You do find Veronica one day. You travel back to soon after she came back to town, and you take her with you, with Dakota, to try to carry on your works. That's why no one ever found her. You took her out of time, out of the stream. The last of your allies with you, watching, waiting, trying to fix what can't be fixed. Because the center cannot hold. Things fall apart.
The definition of insanity.
And that's the end of the marauder known as Dr. Richter, watching eternally. And that is the end of our story, Cypress and Steel. Now, I'm going to keep talking about the region here, the effects that happened. The area they were in is known as the river parishes in Louisiana. Due to circumstances, pollution, and other things, they have poverty rates much higher than the national average. This culture, these people were wrecked and ripped apart in the name of capitalism and colonialization. The Louisiana Creole were multicultural. They were one culture made of many different cultures, multiracial. And today, the white people have abandoned them. Over the years, with segregation, Jim Crow laws, the white members of the Creole distanced themselves, abandoning behind their brothers and sisters to save their own livelihoods. This way of life is basically dead at this point. It still exists, but not like it once was. People live in poverty or just above it. There are currently 27 EPA Superfund sites in Louisiana. Since 1987, the river parishes have been called Cancer Alley due to the abundance of cancer patients. This area has been a toxic waste dump. It was for processing and mining uranium to make nuclear weapons and ore for factories. The people here have suffered long and their culture destroyed in the name of capitalism and progress. But things can change. In January of 2021, President Biden signed an executive order to combat industrial pollution and actually cited this region as an example of pollution that has gotten out of control and needs to be maintained, needs to be corrected. Everyone can pitch in, contact your local congressmen, your senators, donate, volunteer your time, clean up the earth. It's the only one we have. Yeah, an eco message, right?
Make me proud.
The Creole people have a rich, wonderful culture that shouldn't be forgotten. The Cajun people, their culture is revived and is wonderful and should also neither be forgotten. I don't know how to wrap this up at this point, but check them out online. give them a read, and just remember that progress comes with a cost, human, cultural, and environmental, and it doesn't necessarily have to. And that's where I'm going to wrap it up. Players, if you'd like to give a plug, tell us who you are and what you want. Let's start with my wife.
Hi, yeah, I'm Rosie, and you can find me here on Carry Comfort Studios this Saturday and every other Saturday playing Heart City Beneath as Zestra, Blood Mage. That is also run by Ben, Big Dad Walker. You can also find us on some Fridays, I think, on Dark Ages. That's going to be interesting. You can watch me play Aldrich Keats, the captain of the Promethean, and a couple of my other crew members here on I believe Joe is playing with us, Ben is playing with us. So keep an eye out for that. That's going to be awesome. And I just want to say, babe, I love you. I didn't know you were going to say that stuff at the end, and I adore you.
I told you most of my notes for my epilogue.
Yeah, you did.
Let's go to Zach.
Hi, I'm Zachary Vaudo. That's my Twitter handle down there. Babe, I also love you. That was a wonderful message. I have been your Verbana turned tree Zepihrin. As for what I'm doing, ATL by Night Season 5 is back Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/ATL by Night. Episode 1 was last night. We literally went out of the frying pan from the end of Season 4 into the fire for Season 5, and it just kind of keeps on going from there. Vancouver Adjacent by Night will be coming back later this month on twitch.tv/levelupttv _TTV. And then I'll be doing a handful of things. I'll be on a one-shot on Gehenna Gaming on Saturday called Legend of the Scarlet Coffin. Where I'll be playing a La Sombra in a vampire game taking place in the Old West. So tune in for that. I'll be doing a variety of things that Carrion Comfort Studios and Gehenna Gaming asked me to do. I might do another one-shot somewhere. We'll find out. I'll let you know when I do. Tune into all of those things on my Twitter there and wherever the hell you see me.
Also, gotta say, the theme music for ATL by Night is a fucking banger. All right, Joe.
Hey everybody, that's my Twitter handle down there. I'm Joe, better known as DJ Toreador, Nullifanger. I am the ST from Montgomery by Night. We've had our season finale last Friday. So yeah, all of the episodes are now on our YouTube channel on River Region Studios. And as that's going, we're just going to take a quite little break right now and get everybody's head empty. We're going to do that. In the meantime, I will be with Gehenna Gaming for the Dark Ages game. My character has not yet been released. So when it's available, I will talk more about that. Also, in the meantime, I am hypothetically possibly running a Montgomery by Night adjacent myself. While the main coterie is dealing with the fallout of what they've done, you guys can come pick up the pieces. If you choose to want to participate, there is a pinned tweet on my Twitter. I didn't write it properly because Twitter, you know how they are. But yeah, currently free right now. I'll be in other things when I guess the time is right. Follow me on the Instagram, the Twitters, and yeah, this has been so much fun. I am your former mage, Henrei Godot, the Dream Speaker. And there's Louis.
Louis!
Thank you, Joe. It was excellent to have you. And last but not least, our local madman, Nick.
Oh boy.
See ya!
All right, hi everyone. I'm Nick Francia. You can find me at my handle below at Nobleman Nick. I'm the stream producer over at Gehenna Gaming, and yeah, I have a number of projects I'm going to plug here. Firstly, we had the premiere of Gehenna Academy Monday night, about 2 days ago. It was amazing. It was awesome. We had a great turnout and viewership, and the episode ended with a literal cliffhanger, hanger of some sorts. I'll let the people that know about that revel in it, and then if you don't know, you should totally watch the episode. But that'll be every Monday for the next 9 weeks. As for an awesome season of Monster Hearts, it's an all BIPOC cast, produced by a BIPOC, as was just me. Sorry, I'm getting all tongue-tied. Other than that, here's where else you can find me. Ghana Gaming has a lot of great stuff going on. Thursday will be the premiere of our Midnight World series, which is awesome, which is going to be ran by James Davey, the creator of Midnight World. It's a great delve into horror, as well as looking through trauma through the lens of horror and how you can kind of progress past that. As well as Saturday, like Zach said before, we're going to be doing our first of 2 very special one-shots, 2-shot even.
Double tap.
Yeah, The Legend of the Scarlet Coffin, which we are doing a good old Anarch v Camarilla Fest. So that'll be so much fun. And yeah, Zach is going to be on it, and I'm very excited for that. And then, yeah, I think that's everything for now. Oh, I'll give you some interstitial news. So Interstitial recently ended its season. You can watch all the episodes now on YouTube. You should totally give it a watch through. I'm still taking a little break for another week or so, and then we'll be getting to planning the audio dramas very, very soon. So yeah, just hold out for that, and thanks to everyone. And hey, my last thing, I just want to say thank you to Ben for running this.
Of course.
I love Mage. Mage was the first game I ever played, so this is definitely like coming back to roots for me. And I had a really good time.
Yeah, this was fantastic.
This was wonderful.
And one of the best endings of a character I could ever, like, honestly.
This is my
Yeah.
first time. I was actually looking forward to this. I'm glad I was not disappointed. So thank you, Ben.
You're welcome. Thanks for playing. You guys were amazing. I promised you nothing, and you gave me everything.
I mean, I had a spirit gun, you know.
Yeah.
You gave me a satellite cannon, so.
You gave me a hammer space bag. That's
Hermione's bag. You had Hermione's bag.
I gotta do my plugs. Hold on. I have been Ben Big Dad Walker. You can catch me on at my Twitter if you want. It's mostly shit posts. Catch me on our Discord at Carrying Comfort Studios. It's in the chat. Catch me every other Saturday night, including this Saturday, running Heart, a game that I am just basically making up on the fly as we go. That's kind of how it's meant to be run. Next one's going to be a weird one. Check it out. You don't even need to watch the previous episodes. I am going to be running a Saturday night one-shot for Gehenna Gaming in June 12th. I don't know if I should say what it is. Or should I, Nick?
Fuck it.
Shadowrun. I'm running Shadowrun. And I'm going to fucking destroy them. Check that out. It's
Mark's really excited.
Fuck 6. I really like running Shadowrun. It's a nightmare for everyone involved.
I've played with Ben. He's run Shadowrun for me in our home group. And if you're playing in this game, you guys better be ready, because
That is fantastic.
I have brought my
hard.
apprentice in as a ringer to help them. Yes, I have a Shadowrun apprentice.
It's not me.
It's
Watch
not
to find
my
out.
Wife. That's right. I think that's everything I've got. Let's see. Tomorrow night we've got Comfort County High, a Monster Hearts actual play run by the magnificent Natalie from Charm Person Games on Carrying Comfort. And me on Saturday. Wes might play game on Sunday. And I think that's all my updates for now. Come to our Discord, come hang out, keep being beautiful, wonderful people that you are. If you can, help out some of the charities that Wes has posted in chat. If not, it's cool. Oh, also to my therapy group, you wonderful ladies, if you're watching, I love all of you. I know you didn't understand what's happening, but I still love you for watching. Anyway, thank you. Good night.
And we'll see you over on Martlet Games.
We will. Ciao.